Broadcasting from Hollywood, California, it's Grant's Rants, Hollywood Talk.
Countess Luann drops a strange new song and video. Potomac Housewives delivers, while no one is looking forward to OC's short season. Paris Hilton opens up about past abuse. The View makes another mistake. And we've got a free Britney update for you right here with Hollywood Lian. Let the ranting begin. I am joined by the most terrible of them all. It's Hollywood Lian.
How you doing, Grant? Thanks for having me.
I say it with love because he's here. He's got a new podcast. Everyone is terrible. So I'm just keeping the branding alive.
I like it. I am definitely terrible, and I'm here to bring you the most terrible as well.
I like it. Sometimes it's okay to be a little awful. I live by that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to be a little awful to be truthful.
At the end of the day, everyone is terrible, so it works out perfectly.
Look at this branding. Look at this messaging. I love it. Well, let's get into a few things going on in the world in part one of this podcast. Let's take a look at Luann's new single, Viva la Diva. Initial thoughts, please, and then I'll get into my rant.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm here for it. The last couple songs that she's released, I never thought that she could top them, but she keeps actually topping her singles. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the Luann glow up. I'm not going to hate on it. Viva la Diva is living in me, okay? I'm here for it, Grant.
To me, I thought it was a little lyric heavy. I thought, this is where I think she's taking herself too seriously, right? Because it's like she's doing this spoken word piece about the rings and the cruelty-free fur, which is on another planet, but I like it. But
that was the best part.
It's a little lyric heavy. I thought, all you need is just a money can't buy a class hook and people will go crazy. Because the people that are listening to this music, they're listening on Watch What Happens Live, they're listening while they're drunk at the show. We don't need these deep lyric moments about her life, or how she carries herself, or I don't even know what it was actually about. Like, I'm not about to dissect the lyrics here on the show, but I just think, keep it simple. She's taking herself a little too seriously with this. I think it was a little too much, but you know what? I mean, it dropped on a Friday. I'm desperate. I'll take it. I listened to it a couple times. I'm not going to rip it to shreds.
The lyric thing actually made it better for me because I'm thinking, yeah, all you do need is a catchy hook, but she's had the catchy hook singles. Luann is not Lady Gaga. She is not going to bring the house down with her vocals, but this showed a little more versatility to me. It wasn't just the catchy little catchphrase. There was comedy in it. There was a little vocal exercising. I think someone's trying to bring the best out in her, and that's what a producer does. That's why I'm kind of digging it. I'm not going to listen to it every 5 minutes. It's not going to be on my playlist. No. But like you said, it'll be like a fun song that we can play when we're drunk or something.
That's it. I think just at this point, we don't need a greatest hits album, Lou, but we could use maybe like a medley of all the songs together. And that I would get down to, because I'd be like, all right, great. Like, Feeling Giovanni mixed with the other stuff. Like, I'd be okay with a little bit of a medley at this point because there's enough to put together. But now what's interesting is on YouTube, it says Desmond Child featuring Countess Luann, Viva la Diva. So Desmond Child gets top billing here. Now, he co-wrote the song. He's worked with people like Cher and Barbara Streisand, Joan Jett and Katy Perry and Countess. What a wide variety. But I don't understand why he gets top billing. I mean, let's be honest. The audience is Lou. The audience is you and me coming to watch Lou.
Yeah, he's smart. He's like, you know what? This is a good beat. I think this could be a really good song for you, but it's my song. I wrote it. I did everything to it. I want to add you to it, and I want to take it to the next level. I need you to take it to the next level, but like, this is my stuff. So I mean, I'm not completely mad at him for it. It's a business decision. I'm sure he couldn't do that with Cher, So yeah. I think this is his way of saying, like, look, I really want to put my name out there as a producer. Some some producers, if we take it back to Britney, which I think we're going to talk about later, some of her producers, they speak their name before the song even starts. They're like, Dark Child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not exactly a signature. It might be a little tacky the way he's doing it. But yeah, his name is full frontal out there. It's all over her Instagram as well.
Yeah, the cover art of the song and all that. The video is a series of black and white shots. There's stock footage of New York City. She's at 54 below, and then she's in this hallway at the beginning of the video, which looks like the same hallway where I got my root canal done, my second root canal. And I was like, what is she in like a medical tower? Like, what is this? Like, I don't like the weird hallway. There's so many gorgeous Art Deco or Gothic, hallways and interior design. Just so many different choices in the New York area that you could choose from. I don't know, a carpeted hallway. I'm not about that part of the video at all.
Well, Grant, I have some tea for you, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Luann did a live, right? And so she was going to do a live talking about her song. She was wearing like a glittery, sparkly hat when Dorinda requested to be in the live. So she accepted. It was a very friendly live, and it was Dorinda praising Luann for her new single, which I thought was really nice. And so Luann started talking about the video, and she said it was shot at 54 below. She had 20 minutes to shoot because they were going to have a show that night. So what we see is 20 minutes on that stage, and then that black and white hallway you're talking about is her apartment. Obviously like the hall to her apartment building. And they asked her, oh, do you have like a trench coat? Like, it'd be fun to shoot in this hallway. So like everything you're seeing, totally on purpose and done, I guess, like in one day, I guess.
I mean, thrown together. I mean, I had a feeling when the shot opened, and I was like, well, this is some odd lighting. Like, I was hoping that there was a budget. I guess we still aren't there. We're still riding around in a town car with Jill Zarin status. I was hoping to be some money put into this. 20 minutes. I feel bad for whoever had to direct it, because having 20 minutes at any location to do anything, as a working actor, like, sucks. Like, you can't get anything done.
I can't even imagine. So I think, everything that you're saying now kind of makes sense. Like you said, the opening shot, the color correction. I think the best shots of that video are when she's at 54 below because of the lights, obviously.
I agree. It definitely amped up the production value for me. Now that I know that it was like they paid someone off for 20 free minutes, I was like, now I'm kind of like looking the other way at this a little bit. But you know what? Again, I'm desperate. I'll take it. I watched it a couple times. I'm here for it.
It's all going to Desmond. That budget is all for Desmond Child, honey.
Yeah. Who knew? Well, let's talk about Potomac Housewives. This is a show I'm thankful for, actually. I'm looking at it. I don't feel such pressure to keep up with it. I put it on when I want to watch it. I know there's been this really like this rebirth of the show. A lot of people are either discovering it for the first time, or the internet is just taking it to another level. Doesn't help that we're in the global situation we're in either. But this show has like a whole new life to it. What do you make of this resurgence?
I completely agree with you. I feel like it's that one that everyone's screaming from the rooftops, don't sleep on Potomac. So we're listening. We're like, okay, we're not going to sleep on it. So we're all into it now. But I have to admit, it's been a journey. Like, it's not like we just started watching. Maybe some people have, but I didn't. I watched from the beginning. And from the beginning, I was just like, look, the drama's there. The messiness is there. But this is also Housewives, and they're dressed horribly. They all dress like they're going to a teacup party, like in your daughter's bedroom with the big sunflower hat or the big tacky fluorescent branding of designers. I just feel like their fashion isn't elevated.
How about the interior design at Giselle's newly renovated home?
Well, we've come full circle, and this is what we're dealing with now. But at least we're invested in the characters, and like I said, the drama is there. So I'm here for Potomac, but I just wanted to mention it was a journey, and it still kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's okay to not have to watch a show for glam. I mean, in my opinion, that's the only thing the other housewives have, the Beverly Hills ones. That's about it. So it's not enough to maintain this viewer. So again, I'm entertained by Potomac. I don't need to see heightened glam. I just want to see it play out. So this Candace Dillon, she's always in trouble with these tweets. Now tweets resurfaced from 9 years ago. Again, always with the Twitter. Now she's apologizing. Basically, the tweets commented on like the LGBT community. Basically, I read them. I won't get into all of it, but I'll tell you what they said because a lot of articles left this out. It said that she commented on men she thought that were, quote, a little gay, including Apollo from Atlanta Housewives. Like, did you ever get gay vibes from him? Ever?
No, we were all waiting for them, but they never came. That man is straight. He's just hot, but he is straight. And she's ignorant. She said, Queenie gay men irk me. Which to me doesn't exactly say something horrible, but it's bitchy enough for me to realize I don't want to mess with you. Like you're someone that I don't want to mess with. And she said some things that also, she never actually said sorry in her apology, so to speak. Like I just don't mess with someone like that. Her actions on the show and off the show have completely turned me off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The apology, I wrote it checked a lot of boxes as far as just like, like blah, blah, blah. I was a private citizen, that was careless of me. But yeah, I don't remember her saying like, I'm apologizing in this moment. She did align herself with the community. Like, okay. I mean, look, I don't know what to say at this point. I don't know. At this
she
point,
never said she was wrong for feeling that way, though. She never said I don't feel that way. It was like apologizing for the tweets resurfacing, but not apologizing for the content in the tweets. That's what's upsetting. Yeah,
and of course they always have to say I have plenty of gay friends. Don't worry. And it's okay, yeah, that's neither here nor there. Okay. But I don't know. Should we be holding this against her the way that Bravo has held other past tweets against other ex-Bravo lebs? I mean, I don't know. Where does this fall? It's another one of those decisions. I'm glad I don't have to make the decision.
Yeah.
But it's a mark against her. Now, we of course, we know that there's this whole feud with her and Monique. Monique has a mark against her with getting physical. So I don't see how the show can continue with the two of them. So some decisions are going to have to be made. Could they hide behind this? Could this be this last straw for Candace?
I feel like we're going down the list with Bravo shows and they're all doing something that's pissing everybody off. So I'm with you. I just don't know where to go from here. But to keep it into Potomac, I'm Team Monique. She has a beautiful family. The way she conducts herself, she's classy. Yeah, she might have gone physical, but we've all had our moments. And when you're pushed to a brink, when you're dealing with someone like Candace, who's nasty like that, who was raised to be that way. She's a product of her own mother. They just are two peas in a pod. I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, I look at Monique and I liked her from the beginning. Remember her rapping at the Willard and how controversial that was. So stupid. Karen full on pearl clutching. But I don't mind her. The thing, and I like her relationship with her husband. I believe that they are like a legit couple with legit money. I'm very happy with them on the show. I think she's great. But the thing is, I haven't seen none of us have yet. We haven't seen how the altercation began, how it went down. So I'm a little on the fence with her. I like when she's on my screen, but I know what's coming. And I think it's a very bad look, especially for women of color on a TV show. It's not the best thing that she could have done right now. So I have to reserve my judgment until I see how it plays out. But I want to like her. I'm just concerned because Monique, yeah, I don't like what I've been hearing.
Got it. Well, I had Monique's brother on my podcast, and he didn't give me too much except for the fact that something did happen, and because of the law, the Maryland law, it had to be whenever you file something, it turns public, and it's basically the charge sticks until proven otherwise. So I could accuse you of something and you would, be accused of it officially on paper. And until we go to court and you're proven otherwise, you're a thief. If I accuse you of stealing, you're a thief until we go to court and they prove you that you're not a thief. Mm-hmm. That's what Monique's brother told me. So basically what he was saying is he was covering for his sister, making it seem like Candace took full advantage of the fact that there was some contact and took it all the way there. But what he's trying to say is wait and see, because anyone in Monique's position would have probably exploded. Candace does know how to push buttons, but there's
definitely. Well, that's why I have to see. I have to see how it plays out.
Yeah. We have to see
the way it was presented in the first 2 minutes of the current season. It looks bad for her. Arguably, anyone would say that. So I have to see how it plays out. But yeah, interesting that Maryland's law is guilty until proven innocent. Just another wonderful law here in the United States. Great. Love to hear that. Karen, again, I just have to take a moment just to give some love to her. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with her and Ray, if this is even a story, but Gisela said, who I can't stand, she has said that she is not speaking with Karen. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. I'm curious. I like a good feud. These two are always hot and cold. So
I was laughing when Karen said about Wendy, I'm not impressed.
Yes.
I'm like, that is classic Grand Dame. A little bit of OC creeping into the Potomac. Like, let's be mean and haze the new girl. I'm like, okay, Karen.
Yep. Karen.
I think the real fight this season is Karen versus Monique's bird.
Yeah. Who I really like. I love that dynamic. I like that they keep showing that same scene previously on the Real Housewives of Potomac. They keep showing that scene.
It's so funny. That's like the comedy aspect that I feel like we love on Housewives. And I feel like that's what we're missing in other franchises. Let's bring back the fun again, you guys.
Well, it doesn't look like there's going to be any fun to be had on this current season of OC Housewives. It looks grim. I mean, is anyone truly excited and waiting by the remote for the show to come on, for it to return?
Absolutely not.
It's supposed to come back this fall. I mean, I couldn't care less. I mean, I know you're friends with some of the cast. Maybe I should be a little kinder, but I don't care.
It doesn't even matter. Like, I might be friends with them. I might be friendly with them. I might have had dinner at some of their homes, but it doesn't matter. My opinion is still, this show sucks. It hasn't been great for years. Get out of the kitchen if it gets too hot, but it's still like, we could all chill in the kitchen. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, we were all bitching about Tamara and Vikki and like they were horrible, and they still are, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if, I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't want to say I want them back, but the show is, I don't want OC back in general. Like, I could just do without it. Let's just start a whole new show down there. Like, it's over, you guys. And
it does seem to be that way. It does.
I really just don't know.
I mean, from everything I've heard, it's a mess around. They had to produce the show around COVID. I mean, the whole thing is off. Brooklyn and Bronwyn and Kelly unfollowed each other. I still don't care for Bronwyn. I have no interest in catching up with her or seeing about her life. There's rumors that this current season is down to 12 episodes, which is of no big loss. The show's ratings are in the toilet anyway. Why stretch it out? Why? It must be more expensive at this point to keep the show in production than to get another 3 episodes.
They don't have any content.
That's it.
They don't have any content. Like, you can only talk about COVID so much. People are tired of it. We don't want to watch an entire season based on COVID. We're dealing with it in real life. I think we remember because we're still in it. It's not like we're looking back at this past year like, wow, we really went through some stuff. Look at them. Like, no, we're still dealing with it. People are still dying, and people don't have jobs, including me. So, like, we're still in it. So as far as Orange County, I mean, the way that Kelly Dodd's acting on the internet, I'm just like, girl, like,
I know,
you are just ruining it.
Indefensible
You're ruining
now.
it.
Yeah, I'm no longer a fan of Kelly. I haven't been for a while, so I don't really care what happens to her on the show. So I'm still, that's why I kind of, like, by default, I'm still team Vikki, who I still like, but I mean, I get it. I get the just taste towards Vikki, but I mean, you in this case, you kind of agree, I think, with Vikki. Like, she says there's no drama, and she's not interested in watching Kelly and Boring Wind talk about coronavirus. She said no one is, no one cares, and I don't. I agree with her. Kelly does claim, though, that there's going to be 15 episodes plus a finale plus a reunion. That math doesn't add up. Now, the finale doesn't count in the episode order. That doesn't seem right to me. I think it's probably 15, including the reunion.
Yes, she's trying to stretch that bad boy as much as she can.
I didn't know finales, like, counted as their own episode, like they're part of the order.
Count. They do not count.
No, I mean, I really don't know. The only way I would watch it is if it was like a complete train wreck and I knew there had to be a path for Vikki and Tamara to return, because I do want them back on the show. I'm sorry, I'm losing listeners, but I want them to be back on the show. I enjoy them. I don't enjoy who's currently on the show, and I don't see them doing anything to really enhance the casting here. So if we have to go backwards, I'd rather do that. That's my take.
Here's the thing, though. They're just all trash. And even the new casting that they've done, like I've met some of the women, and I've had actually some of the women on the podcast. I just don't know if they're going to end up being official housewives. So if they do end up, I could say, well, I've already interviewed them. But just to like oversee what I've saw or give you guys a little tea, it seems like it's just like a bunch of hillbillies down there, honestly. Like it's like one of them is like a gun-loving, rifle, America bandana wearing Huntington Beach coronavirus person. And I'm just like, do we really need this? Do we really need this?
No, we don't. More than ever, we don't. I don't think people are looking for any more ignorance on their TV screen, to be honest with you. I mean, we're here for fun. We're here for drama. But I mean, I don't know if I need like I assume you're saying they're a coronavirus denier.
Well, the thing is that all of them down there, all of them were not wearing masks. They were all against it. Like when I mean all of them, I mean the city of Orange County. There's like this orange curtain between Los Angeles and Orange County. And once you go to Orange County, girl, it's like going back home.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, there's like racist people. There's very conservative people. And you could be yelled at down there for wearing a mask, for actually wearing a mask. They look at you and they call you the P word, or they call you like a like a follower. And I'm just like, dude, it's for your safety and for mine. It might not work like you're thinking it's going to work, but it's preventative. It's just for our own safety. What is your big damn deal? So I don't know. Kelly Dodd was a definitely big denier of the COVID, going after people, flying back and forth during the virus, getting tested multiple times and bragging about it because she had money to. It was just, she did a lot of things that she needs to apologize for.
Yeah, I just feel like in general, Kelly has swallowed the show whole and ruined it for a lot of people. We loved. I mean, you and I, how many times on the OC panel and other podcasts have we laughed at Kelly's antics? But I mean, they went all in on that, and they took whatever like real like prestige the show had, which the bar was low, but it was there. And I think it's just kind of turned into total trash, sadly. So yeah,
we'll watch it, we'll cover it, but
yeah, I probably
we're not.
will.
I mean,
not excited to though. I don't care.
We're not excited.
No,
I'm telling you, Orange County guys, we can skip it all together. We can go on forever. Everyone is terrible.
When we come back, we're going to talk about a few more generalities in the pop culture world, including this Paris Hilton documentary, which I initially was not interested in. I'll tell you why I'm going to look at it now. And then a little bit of garbage around The View, and then an update on Free Britney. That and more with Hollywood Lian next.